Speaker Kevin McCarthy is talking more about starting an impeachment investigation into the president. What's your response to that? And if he did that, would that make any kind of cooperation with the House impossible going forward?
Look, I'm not going to get into hypotheticals. I'm not going to get into what the House Republicans may or may not do. I can speak to is what the president is focused on. He's focused on real priorities that the American families care about. He's focused on the American family, but they want to focus on his family. They can do whatever it is that they wish to do, but we're going to stay focused, we're going to stay steadfast. And there are two examples of today of how the president is moving forward. I just talked about the mental health event that the president just had, and announcing actions to expand access to mental health care. Tackle this crisis, which is, as you all know, a critical part of his unity agenda that he's spoken about for the past 2 years and will continue to do so. And let's not forget, earlier today, Emmett Till, and what we were able to do, what the president was able to do to make sure that there's a monument that continues, a monument for Emmett Till and his mom, to continue to shed light on that. Can move forward. That's going to be the president's focus. He wants to work in a bipartisan way. He does. We have been able to do that. We have the bipartisan infrastructure law. We have the CHIPS and Science Act. We have the PACT Act for veterans. We have found ways. I think more than 300 pieces of legislation that the president has signed in the past 2 years has been bipartisan. That's what the president wants to do. That's how he wants to move forward, and that's going to be our focus.
Okay.
Thanks. I want to get back to Texas and the razor wire and the buoys in the Rio Grande. There were questions yesterday about why President Biden hasn't personally called out Governor Abbott over this, and you kind of had a two-pronged answer. You said that you have called out Governor Abbott, and you called him out again. And you also pointed to the actions of the Justice Department taking Texas to court over this. And I'm wondering, on a lot of issues, you have been adamant that President Biden does not insert himself on Justice Department decisions. So can you elaborate on what his role was in this litigation against Texas?
This Department of Justice role. This is for them to decide, and they treated this with urgency. And as you saw yourself, the Department of Justice sent the governor a letter within days of the structure going up, and followed through with the lawsuit shortly after. This is something that the Department of Justice decides on. This is something that they looked into, and you know, they are going to take the governor to court.
What the fuck is this?